Hello everyone. In this video, we'll discuss the topic percentage, which is one of the most important topic in all kind of entrance examination or the competitive examinations. So take care about this topic. Try to understand things clearly because this is the topic which we are studying since class 5th. So everyone is familiar with this topic. But the only problem with this is that the questions got lengthier and it took a lot of time. But if you learn some basics and some specific methods, you can crack the questions within seconds and it will save a lot of time and they give you you can say amazing results. So let's begin. Basically, I divide percentage questions in 3 different categories. So before dividing percentage into category, let's try to understand what percentage is. So tell me, what do you understand by percentage? Okay. So according to me, it's my definition. Percentage is a method of comparison. Okay. And where we assume reference as 100%. This is the only things which we needed to know about percentage for the first type of questions. Okay, let's see what does it mean and how does it work exactly. So this is very basic questions and we know how to solve this. Find out 53% of 470. So here are 2 things to learn. That first thing, let's see very basics how to solve this question. Wherever we have percent sign, divide by 100 and remove the percentage sign. Off means sign of multiplication and 470. Now this is what we supposed to find out. So here you have to multiply 53 to 47. Again, you should take a little bit about the numbers. If you look number carefully, you will find this is 50 plus 3 and this is 50 minus 3, which is a plus b into a minus b. Should end up results with a square minus b square means 2500 minus 9, or you can say 2491 divided by 10, it becomes 249.1. Okay, so very basic question. We knows everyone that how to solve this one. Okay, just look at what my definition says and how we can solve this by another method. Although it will take similar time, but it will be very effective and further questions. So look at this. We know that one of the number which was 470 was given, and we supposed to find out another number which is unknown. Let's see x. Out of these 2 numbers, one of the 2 is reference. And which is the reference? We understand that 470 is the reference because we supposed to find out 53% of 470. So this is the reference. So this has to be 100%. And this unknown number supposed to be 53%. Okay. This method is very important and very useful. Try to understand with the questions and later on this will be very beneficial to us. Okay, let's see another question. 41% of a number is 399. Find out the number. Okay, I'm just changing the number to 21%. Okay, so 21% of a number is 399. Find out the number. Okay, here our purpose is to learn the method and see how we can apply and how we can calculate number easily. Okay, so here one number 399 is given and another unknown number we supposed to find out. Okay, we know out of these 2 numbers, the reference is a number which is not given here. So that unknown number we assumed x should be 100%, and this 399 should be 21%. Okay. In general method, how we solve 21%? So 21 divided by 100 as the given of means multiplication, a number which was not given. So let's take this number is x, and is means equal. It's 399. You can cross multiply and solve this here. Here you can see this is 20 square minus 1. So this is 20 plus 1. It must be divided by 21. 19 times is 20 minus 1. X becomes 1900. Okay. So in most of the examination, you find the numbers which gives you the integral results. So that's why I'm telling you to look at the numbers which are very important. Okay. Let's move on to the next question. When a number is decreased by 20%, it becomes 1360. Find the number. So in the general method, we take the number as x. So now the first thing where we should upgrade ourselves. That first thing, whenever we are solving the question based on percentage, take the assumption or the unknown number is at least 100x. Okay, because assumption is something which decided the size of your question or size of the solution. So if you take the proper assumption, things becomes easier for us. So let's the number is 100x. When it decrease by 20%, mean decrease by 20x, it becomes 80x, and this 80x is given as 1360. Okay, now you can find out the value of x. But yes, your number is 100x, not x. Okay, so this we can do directly, like 80% is 1360, and we supposed to find out 100%, which is unknown or x. Okay, this is what we can write, or we can write like that one number 1360 is given, another number x we supposed to find. This 160 is obtained by decreasing a number by 20%. It means left should be 80%, and this unknown number should be 100%. Okay, so this is very, very, very important. Even you'll find the question in exam like CAT based on this method. So this is very useful. Okay, let's move on to next question. A number when increased by 20%, it becomes 1920. So a number 1920 is given. Another number is unknown, which we supposed to find. Increased by 20%, it means this should be 120%. We supposed to find the number which was 100% initially. Okay. Now onward, I'll try to use only direct method because basics I understand, everyone knows. Okay, 35% of a number is 910 less than 48% of the number. Here we can see a number 910 is given, and then another number which we supposed to find out. Okay, now let's move on. Try to understand what this number 910 is. It is given that 35% of an unknown number is 900 less than 48% of that unknown number. Okay, तो एक unknown number है, उसका 35% है और उसके 48% से इतना कम है. It means this should be the difference. Difference of what? This 48% and this 35%. So their difference should be 48 minus 35, which is 13%. So 13% is given as 910. What we supposed to find out? The number which supposed to be 100%. Now you can see clearly it's a very easy one. Okay. Now here you can see the benefit of this method. Else we should have made an equation. Okay. So let's move on to next one. 75% of a number is 270 more than 67% of the number. Find 44% of the number. Okay. They are everywhere the number is same. Okay. They are only talking about one number. So one number 270 is given. Another number which we supposed to find out. Now this 270 is what? This should be difference between 75 and 67%. It means it should be 8%. And the unknown number we supposed to find must be 44%. The beauty of this method is that you always find the direct answer. Okay, you won't have to find the original number, then 44% of the number. Now you can see this is what the benefit is. Okay. Okay, let's move on. Another number, a number 128 is given, and another unknown number supposed to be found. Now, what they are saying, what this 128 is, 28% of a number, this is less than this by this. It means this should be 7%, and we supposed to find 45.5%. Okay. Okay. Even if we solve this question by normal method, let the number be x. So letting the number of be x, we assume 100x. Okay. So we'll solve this like 28x and 35x. This is the difference between these two numbers, means 128. We have to subtract from this number to get this. Here we get that 7x equals to 128. X equals to 128 upon 7. Okay, why I especially solve this one? I want to tell you that generally what happens that is students start dividing this number. So whenever you are solving question of arithmetic, take care. Until unless you are not finding the final answer, do not divide in decimals. Okay, so let it be x equals to 128 by 7 and find out 45.5x. Okay, here you can see clearly this is completely divisible by 65 times. Okay, and further this will divide it by 13 times. This will divide by 64 times. So everything will turn into an integral number. So never divide number until unless you need the final result. Divide means in decimals. Okay. And you can see the difference. This method, how does it work? This entire solution turned into a one step. Okay. Now, here what's happening? A man spent 30% of his income on travel, 25% of remaining on education, and left with 22500. Now, here we cannot apply our method because that works only for the one step. Here we have made two changes. This is the first change and this is the second change. Okay. So our method till now we are using only for the first change. Okay. So 30% he spent. So if we take, let's see, amounts with 100x, he spent 30%, means he left with 70x. Further, he spent 25% of 17x, which is 17.5x. He should left with 52.5x, which is given 22500. The value of x will be 22500 over 52.5. You're supposed to find out the income, so that's why you have to multiply another 100. Remove this decimal, put a 0 here. Further, now you can divide 75 7 and 75 3. The answer becomes 3 lakh. Okay, it becomes 3 lakh over 7. Okay, so this is what we supposed to do because it cannot be done because here we are doing two changes. A method which we have discussed till now, it works only with one change, not with two changes. I think this question should not be here. Okay. Another frequently asked question in an election, there were only two candidates. A candidate secured this much votes in one election by this many votes. Find out the total votes polled. Okay. So a number 8,400 is given. Another number we supposed to find. What this 8,400 is? This is the margin of winning. It means this should be the difference between the votes received by winner and the loser. And we can see there are only two candidates. So one is scored 52.5 another should have 47.5. So their difference should be 5%. Okay. Even I did not do like 100 minus 52 is 47.5. I did very simple calculation that this is 2.5 more than 50, so another should be 2.5 less than 50. So their difference becomes 5%. Now we supposed to find out total votes polled, so that should be 100%, and that's all done. Okay, let's move to the next question. Arman spent 75%. Okay. Moment. Arman spent 75% of his income, while Sonal saves 28% of her income. Here they are talking about spend for the first person and saving for the second person. So do take care about this. If both saves equal amount, then income of A is what percent more or less than Sonal, second person. Okay. So this person we can see spends 75%. It means he saves 25%. Let's see his income is 100x. The second person, let's her income is 100y with another variable. Okay. She saves 28%, so 28y. And we know both of these are equal. So x upon y will be 28 over 25. This is what they are asking, that income of A with reference to B. So B is this, A is this. Their difference should be 3 upon 25. So we need the answer in percentage, that should be 12%. And here we are done. Okay. So we should have this idea that when we should take one reference only, when we should take two reference only. Okay. So here we need two different reference because these value are this 75% given with reference to Aman, and this 28% was given with reference to Sonal. Okay. Let's move on to next question. A scored 20% more than that of B. Then B's score is what percent less than that of A. Now here you can observe that this question is completely different from the other questions we have discussed till now. And what is the difference here is, in the beginning you can say A scored 20% more than B. It means B was the reference. Okay. And finally they are asking B's score is what percent less than that of A, means A becomes the reference. Okay. So whatever A is more than B, same B should be less than that of A. Okay. But we can see here the reference is changing. So do not answer that 20%. If A is 20% more, it means B is 20% less. It's not, because the reference is different. Okay. So what happens? Let's see. A is 20% more than B. So it means, let's see, B is the reference. So let's B equals to 100x. Then A should be equals to 20% more than this. It means 120x. Now what they are asking, A is what percent less than that of A. B is what percent. So now we can see clearly B is 20 less than A. And if we want to find out the percentage, it means we have to divide this by reference, which is 120. And then we have to multiply this by 100 to get the answer, which is 16.66%. Okay. Or you can say 100 by 6%. Okay. So for this type of question, we also have like second method. This is type 2 questions. So here we have a common formula, and we'll also see how to use this. So here we have a formula, R upon 100 plus minus R multiplied by 100. Okay. This formula we use in 3 different conditions. Condition number 1, when reference changes but not values, like in the earlier question. So it was saying that the value of A was 20% more than B. Okay. So this R was 20. The change is 20. And it was given more. That's why we'll use plus sign here. Okay, so 20 over 100 plus 20 into 100, it will result in 16.66%. Okay, so you can solve this question directly by using this formula. Okay, this is second and very important type of questions and very important method to solve the questions. Now, second use of this formula, whenever we want to restore the change. What does it mean? For example, if I'll say the price of one article is increased by 20% or 25% or 30%, by what percent should it reduce to get the original value? We can also say the price of certain commodity has been decreased by 20%. So if decrease, we'll use minus. And it means the value which is given, we only talk about that. If that is decreased, we use minus. If that will be increased, we use plus. Now next, third and the final and very important use of this formula. Whenever you have formula like this, A equals to B into C. What does it mean? Have you seen this formula earlier? I think no. Okay, let's see. Have you seen this formula or not? So distance equals to speed into time. Have you seen this? Okay. Area of rectangle equals to length into breadth. Or you can say expenditure equals to price into quantity. Okay, distance equals to speed into time. Area of rectangle is length into breadth. Expenditure equals to price into quantity. And there are endless list of formula which falls in this category. Okay, so here just there is one thing. When we can use this formula, like this left hand side part A should be constant. Okay, and the change in one of the two, either B or in C as given, and we supposed to find out the change in other. Okay, then we can apply this formula. Okay, now let's try to use this formula. Even let's begin with the previous question. 20% more than B. So you understood this. It becomes 20% more. That's why we use positive sign here, multiplied by 100. It will become 16.66%. Let's move on to the next one. Price of sugar increased by 25%. By what percentage consumption should reduce to maintain the expenditure? Important thing, maintain the expenditure. You can see here we have the three variables: expenditure, consumption or the quantity, and the price. And we know the relation is expenditure equals to price into quantity. And it's mentioned here that expenditure is maintaining. It means expenditure is constant. Okay. Change in price is given 25%, which is increase. So we'll use here 25 plus multiplied by 100. Okay. So this is the change in Q, or which is 20%. Okay. I hope that it is clear to you. Okay, let's move on to next one. Okay, price decreased by 25%. By what percent consumption should? Okay, here I think there is it should be increased, because we can see the price has been decreased and expenditure is constant. Okay, so again, now here what we use 100, 25% is changed, 100. Here we use minus 25 because the price has been decreased. Decrease means negative. It becomes 25 over 75 multiplied by 100, or we can say it's 33.33%. Okay. So, and this is something we can do orally as well. Like uh, if you once practiced enough, that kind of questions is almost orally, because 25 over 75, one third, 1 by 3 is 33.33%. Okay. For this, you should learn reciprocals. If you don't know, I'll put a video that how to learn reciprocals and important reciprocals, which are used very frequently. Okay, let's move on to next question. Shopkeeper marks a price 50% over CP. What is the maximum discounts he can offer without suffering a loss? So what shopkeeper has done? He has a price, which is CP. He has increased price by 50%, reach MP. Now he's supposed to give discount to reach the final price, which is sales price. Okay. But the important thing is this, that he wants to give the maximum discount without suffering a loss. It means he'll reach back to CP. So first he increased prime from CP to MP. Now he want to restore price MP to CP back. Okay. So for restoring, we can again use the formula. So you can say 50% is increase, which is more. So we'll use like 50 over 100 plus 50 multiplied by 100, which is again 50 by 150 or 1 by 3, 33.33%. Okay, next one. Base of a triangle is increased by 1/5, or you can say that 20%. And its area remains same. Its height is reduced by. So we understand clearly that area of triangle is equals to half into base into altitude, or you can say the height. Here they have not mentioned what kind of triangle is, but we know clearly that area of for any triangle, this is the formula. Base into height. It's not just for the right angle triangle. Okay, but height means height, perpendicular height. Okay, here they should have mentioned altitude instead of height, but same, does not change a lot. Now the area of triangle, here we can see that half this is constant, so it does not make any effect. This left side is the area of triangle, which is also constant. It is mentioned area remains same. The change in base has been given, that it has increased by 20%. We supposed to find out the change in height. So we can use again the same formula. So answer should be again 20 plus 20 over 100 plus 20 multiplied by 100, which is 16.66%. Okay. So all these questions we can solve orally. You need not to do anything. You just need to know when we can apply the formula. Okay. And if you just know the reciprocals, things becomes easier for you. The base radius of cylinder is decreased by 1/4 and its area remains same. Find out its height is reduced by. Okay. Here they are talking about cylinder. Okay, this is the cylinder. Its base radius has been decreased by 1/4, means radius has been decreased by 25%. And its area remains same. Its area is same. We're supposed to find out the change in height. So there is one thing, they are talking about this lateral area, or this whole area is not mentioned. So probably I'll say this, in this case, right now we can say it's a C and BD, cannot be determined. And why I'm saying this? Because in this, this base, top and bottom, the formula is pi r square. Okay. And this height is 2 pi RH. So in this part, top and bottom, this make effect twice, like R times R. Okay. But in this, it just make effect R times. So that's why the changes will be different, and it depends upon the ratio of their height and the base radius. That's why answer is cannot determine. Okay. So don't put formula like without looking at the data. It's very important where we can use the formula. Now, the third and the last, and this is a very, very important method. You will use all these three methods in entire arithmetic, not just in percentage. When you solve the question based on simple interest, compound interest, profit, loss, and discount, even time, experience, distance, these will be very useful. Okay. So now, in the previous formula, there was limitations, like whenever we have this formula, this part should be constant. Okay. Also, the two formula we have discussed till now, they only talk about one change. Okay, and then come back to the original value. Okay, now in the second formula, we also have this facility to go from point A to point B. They can come back to exactly point A. We cannot stay in between. Okay, it's not possible for that formula key if shopkeeper want to earn some profit. Okay, so here we have the formula 3, which we call the successive change. So this when we can use when there is more than one change, when we want to restore the change, but not up to the 100%, maybe sometimes more than 100% or less than 100%. If we exactly want to restore, we can use the previous formula. But if you want that, like the question that shopkeeper increased the price by 50%, what is the maximum discount? Instead of if they ask that how much discount should be offered to earn 10% or 15%, then we can use this formula. And again, okay, I think here is some error. Here A is not constant. There is nothing constant. When everything is changing, we can use this formula. So what this formula is change in A is equals to change in B plus change in C plus change in B multiplied by change in C divided by 100. Or simply you can see B plus C plus B into C upon 100, where B and C showing the changes in these quantities. Okay, let's see how to use this formula. This is the formula. Okay. Okay, here is the question. A shopkeeper increased price of chair by 15% and further by 8%. Find out total change in price. So first he increased price by 15% and then he increased by 8%. So what is the total change? So you can see here are the two changes, that first change, and then first change is 15% and second change is 8%. The total change, please do not make it 23. So it becomes 15 plus 8 plus 15 into 8 upon 100. It will becomes 23 plus 1.2. You can say 24.2%. That is what the total change in price. Okay. It's not necessary that changes are always positive. Sometimes, like you can see, the shopkeeper allows 2 successive discounts, and discount is what they reduce the prices. Okay, so whatever increases is positive, whatever decreases is negative. So first change is minus 10%. Formula is plus, it does not change at all, whatever happens. Second change is minus 15%. Okay, so take care, do not change in formula, but change in the sign of numbers. So it becomes minus 25 and then plus 1.5. It becomes minus 23.5. So basically 10 plus 15% means 23.5%. You must have seen in recent days, a shopkeeper says the discount is 50 plus 40% discount. So it does not mean it's a 90% discount. When we say 50% plus 40% discount, it means minus 50, minus 40, plus minus 50 into minus 40 over 100. What will happen? It's minus 90 and plus 20. It will minus 70%. It means you will have to pay 30%. But what general people think that they're supposed to pay only 10%. So they end up paying 3 times what they initially think. Okay. So do take care about the sign, which is very, very important. Whatever increase the original value is positive. Whatever decrease the original value is negative. Okay. Radius of a sphere is decreased by 1/5 and its area decreased by, okay. So we know the area of a sphere, probably you know that it's a 4 pi r square. But do not worry if in some case you don't know the formula, we do not even need to know this. That area is always in square units, square meter, square centimeter kind of thing. So that's what you needed. It means it has to be product of 2 units. And we, in the circle or sphere, we have only 1 unit radius. So it means area must be directly proportional to r times r. Rest is 4 pi. This is the constant. It does not make any effect in changing things. Okay. So this R has been decreased by 20%. This R has again decreased by 20%. So what will be the overall change? It's a minus 20 plus minus 20 into minus 20 by 100. It will become minus 36%. This minus says that its area has been decreased by 36%. Okay. Let's move on to the next one. Price of tickets decreased by 20%, and as a result, the number of customer increased by 25%. Percentage change in revenue. So you can say clearly that the revenue should be equals to price of tickets into the number of tickets sold. Okay. So we can see the price of tickets has been decreased by 20%. So it's minus 20. But the number of customer has been increased. So it should be plus 25. So minus 20 plus 25 upon 100. Here you get plus 5 minus 5, end up with 0. It means no change. So the total revenue was same as it was earlier. Okay, let's look at this question. The length of rectangle is increased by 10% and its breadth is decreased by X%. As a result, the area is decreased by 17.5%. Now, here is the important thing. We know that area of rectangle is equals to length into breadth. Okay, the change in length is positive 10. Change in breadth, we don't know. Let's see, negative X. Okay, instead of negative X, if you put plus X, it does not change anything at all. And this here, the change is 17.5 with negative sign. Okay, so now we'll put these value in formula. So it becomes minus 17.5 equals to 10 minus X plus 10 into minus X upon 100. So this will shift here to the right side. So it becomes minus 27.5 equals to minus 110x over 100. Or we can say the x equals to 25% with negative sign. So price has been increased by 10%. The quantity should be decreased by 25%. That will end up results in 17.5% decrease in total area. Okay, it was price, not price and quantity, it was length and breadth. So do take care about signs. Nothing else you need to worry about. There is one more question. You can see that we are solving questions from various different topics. Like we have discussed questions on area of a sphere, area of rectangle, price and consumption. Here we are having a questions belongs to time, speed and distance. That is speed of car decreased by 20%, 25%, and total time of journey decreased by 10%, percentage change in distance covered. Okay, so we know that distance equals to speed into time. So change in speed is minus 25%. Change of time is minus 10%. Resultant should be minus 25 minus 10 plus minus 25 into minus 10 upon 100. if you understand, so do pause the video, solve yourself first, and then check whether your answer is correct or not. It becomes minus 35 and plus 2.5. It becomes minus 32.5. Okay. It is very important to understand where we are using this formula and how we apply this one. Okay. Shopkeeper allows a discount of 40% and still earn 8%. Find out markup. Now you can say the questions from this profit loss and discounts. Okay, this is something marked by like this little bit lengthier or difficult type of question. So what we are saying here, a discount of 40%, earn profit 8%. So how is it possible that he'll give a discount and still earn? So definitely he must have bought an article at cost price. Then he must have increased the price, or we call it a markup. Okay, by let's see X%, and that reach a different price, that is we call the mark price. And at this price, he gives a discount of 40% and reaches final price, which is sales price. And we know that the sales price is 8% more than this. So it means this 8% is resultant of this first change and second change. So now put this into the formula. The first change is plus X% because it increases the price. Second change is minus 40% because it is a discount and it decreased the original price. X into minus 40, 100, it should be equals to 8. We'll get 48 equals to 60, X upon 100, or we can say the X is 80%. It means shopkeeper initially marked up price by 80% and then he allowed a discount of 40% and he end up with profit of 8%. So it is not always whatever value given, just put them and use the successive change. Okay. Here I'm telling you a unique use of this formula. Like whenever we are multiplying number which are close to 100. Why especially close to 100? Because a number close to 100, because we need not to calculate the percentage. Like 103 is 3% more, means plus 3. 107 is 7% more. It becomes 10.21. Remove the point, put the 1. Or for initial, what you can understand, put the 1 here, then 3 plus 7, 10 here, and 3 into 7, 21 here. This is their product. Okay. So first 1 and then addition and then final product. This will give you the product of this kind of number. Now here, here is a little bit problem for you people if you do not understand the formula. That's why I told you the formula. So here we can say it's plus 9. This is minus 8. Plus 9 into minus 8 upon 100. It should be result with 1 minus 0.72 or 0.28. Put 1 here, remove the decimal, 2 digits after decimal, 2 digits prior to decimal. So this is 10028. This is the product of this 10028. Okay, 2 digits after decimal, 2 digits prior to decimal, and then 1 additionally. But yes, remember, we are solving only numbers which are close enough to 100. So it's minus 7. This is minus 4 plus minus 7 minus 4 upon 100. We'll end up here minus 11 plus 0.28. So, and this is what we supposed to subtract from 100. So it becomes add to 100, not subtract. It becomes 89.28. Remove the point. This is our answer, 8928. So this is the method which is very useful to multiply the number. Okay. So here we are winding up this session. Before ending this session, now what next? Apart from this, we do not need any other kind of shortcut or the formula to solve the questions based on percentage. We know how to calculate the percentage. Sometimes we have to go through the question the way they are moving on, जहाँ पर हमसे literally मजदूरी कराई जाती कि एक नंबर का 20% इतना कम करो, फिर 5% करो, फिर 2% करो, फिर इतना बढ़ाओ, फिर in that case we have to solve the question by using our normal methods, and these shortcuts will be sufficient to solve all the questions based on percentage. And for further more videos, keep on connect with us on YouTube and Instagram channel as well as on Facebook. So for the further videos, also you can send your request if you want any specific topic or a specific type of questions to discuss, so that we can include those in our next video. Thank you very much. Good night.